My past few videos I've spent attacking Techland and really going at them for how Dying Light 2 is in its current state, 2 years after release, almost 3, and the lack of communication on part of DLC 2. But I want to talk about something I've talked about earlier, but I really want to go in on it and kind of explain what's happening around Techland. Now, if you're not caught up to speed, it was recently announced that Techland lost $25 million in 2023. And you may not be completely surprised because it isn't earth-shattering news that Dying Light 2 isn't performing at its best. I mean, it's rarely on Steam's top sellers list, and it averages anywhere from 2,500 to maybe 5,000 players on a good day. But this was accredited to multiple things. Firstly, the depreciation costs of Dying Light 2, which basically means it isn't selling as much as it needs to kind of make the company money. The acquisition of 67% of their shares by Tencent, and not much activity in terms of release on Techland's side. Which, I mean, is true. The last thing they dropped was Bloody Ties 2 years ago at this point. They also launched the Dying Light Points store in 2023, but it only had a few months of 2023. I believe it launched in like halfway through the year. And I don't imagine they made a ton of money off of it on launch because it was so controversial. But maybe we'll really feel that effect of Dying Light Points in Techland's revenue reports for 2024. But something interesting I saw from a spokesperson for Techland, they said that this was normal for gaming companies and that they spent a reported $24 million on their AAA fantasy game. And truthfully, I thought that game was cancelled. I did not think that game was still coming out. Wrapping up 2023, Techland spent around $25 million in production last year, which is where the loss comes from. They said this was normal, so I don't really think this is something to worry about for now, because they said they have enough money generated by previous projects to keep their current operations going without doing a round of layoffs. But to me, this is a little bit suspicious. Maybe the CEO's taking more money, maybe there's something else going on. Let me know what you guys think. My thing is, how does Techland plan to make that money back? Bloody Ties clearly did not make enough money, they ended up making it free for the public. And there isn't anything inherently wrong with Bloody Ties, it's just so mediocre for a DLC. But maybe DLC 2 will be so good it spreads by word of mouth and everybody buys Dying Light 2 and buys DLC 2 and spends a bunch of money on the Dying Light store. Honestly, I think Dying Light 2 is kind of in a hole right now that I don't think Techland can really dig it out of. But maybe they'll make $15 million next year and I'll eat my words. We'll see. Real quick, I want to thank you all for the support I've seen on my last few videos. I've literally been hitting a high peak for the past couple days. 1,000 views here, 2,000 views here. So I just want to thank you all for the support, the love, me coming back finally. I love you all. Have a great day.